Full suspension and a two-tone paint job. Meet the Labrador ST Pro from Puckipuppy. It's next. Let's go. Okay, here's your Puckipuppy Labrador Pro ST in the gray and green combination. Also comes in metallic gray, blue, white, dark blue, and the gray green here. Also camo as well, I think. $15.99 on the Puckipuppy website. That is the name, strange as it may sound. But it's a nice looking e-bike overall. It's full suspension, fat tire, electric mountain bike essentially. So this is an off-road vehicle for sure, with the mid shock over there and the front shock. But let's check out the specs and see what else this thing has in store. Back here we're rocking a 750 watt continuous rear hub motor, peaks up to 1350, giving it kind of aggressive acceleration and pretty good torque. That's what it says here on the spec sheet. 28 miles an hour top speed in class 3 under pedal assist. 4-year battery here, we're rocking a 48 volt 20 amp hour. That's kind of standard on these big 26x4s. I like to see that, so they do a good job. The claim range is 48 miles. It's probably more like, 25 to 50, roughly somewhere in there, depending on your weight, of course, and the terrain. They claim the battery is UL 2277 certified by SGS. I don't see any stickers on it. Maybe they're inside it. I haven't taken it out yet. And I think it comes with a 2 amp charger as well. For tires, we're rocking these 26x4, kind of unbranded, knobby tires, off-road, of course. Logan hydraulic disc brakes, and it's sitting at a 180 millimeter rotor on front and rear. When it comes to the gear, we have a 8-speed system up here. This is looks like a 46 tooth chain ring, and that's paired with a Shimano Altus derailleur back there. This e-bike is also it's a dual mode e-bike from a torque plus cadence sensor dual sensor system here. So I don't think you can change it on the display, but I think it's just built into the bike, and we'll test that out on the ride test today. The freewheel looks to be decent sized. I'm not sure what the actual specs on it are. The IPX rating on this bike is IPX6, so that's the water resistance rating on it. 87 pounds as far as the size goes, 400-pound payload, and this is definitely a big guy e-bike, big, a tall person. This is not for shorties. I mean, you could ride it short, but 26x4s are generally speaking big e-bikes, and you need to expect that for something like that. Riding something like this, it's heavier than a typical e-bike, and it's got those big tires, so there's more to maneuver here, and fit and finish those pretty nice. You do see the welds, but the paint jobs are really nice, and overall the parts seem pretty good. So again, I haven't really ridden it yet, but we'll test that out shortly. Here's that mid shock right here. It is not adjustable, so you can't really take any air out of it, but you can kind of see here what kind of play it has. And up front, we have a pretty decent hydraulic fork here with lockout and preload. You can lock it out if you want to, if you're on paved trails, things like that. You can get a little more efficiency out of the battery, but looks like it has pretty good travel there. Up front, sitting on these plastic fenders, you've also got a rear brake light as well, right here in the back on that plastic fender. One other note, there are turn signals too. It's just in the back. They're right here, left and right. It does show up on the screen, so it tells you it's on. You can see it right there. And let's take a look. There's how it looks in sunlight. Other touch points, you have a nice big rack back here, very wide seat, comfort seat, plastic lightweight pedals, and here's your charge port for the battery. You can charge it on or off the bike, obviously. Here's your key slot. Take the battery out. You can bring it inside, store it, whatever you want to do. Just turn the key, flip up this little lever right here, and the battery just pops out. One other trick, the Puckipuppies all come now with these, most of them come now with these detachable displays. So there's two little levers down here. Look at that. You can take this out for security purposes, and no one can start the bike without the display. Basically just pops back on, just like that. And let's tour the cockpit here. On the right side, you got these locking nice grips here. They're pretty soft, actually, very nice. Got a built-in bell, although sometimes these are hard to activate there. 8-speed trigger shifter. There's your Logan hydraulic brakes. Left side is your plus and minus power key, and your turn signals right here. And a left side thumb throttle round out the cockpit here on the Labrador Pro ST. All right, we're on the Labrador Pro ST here. I'm gonna do a little speed run here, pedaling, because that's the way you get to 28 in this thing. This has a slight downhill to it, so it'll make my job a little bit easier. Oh yeah. It's 27, it's 28, 29, 30. Nice. That was pretty effortless there on that slight downhill. Okay, let's do another speed run here on a flatter road. I'm in 8th gear, by the way, your mechanical gears. That's how you get the most power. All right, 22, 23, 24, pedaling harder, 25, 26, 27, and 27.9. Let's do one more run. $25, 26, 27.8. There's 28. Nice. You get a good workout too, especially at the higher speeds on an e-bike like this. Let's take it off road. Into the woods we go. Okay, first thing is the rear fender is rattling against the rack, I think. So it's a little bit wobbly back there. Might need to throw a zip tie around there or something. But you're gonna hear some wobbling in here, especially. Alright, I'm gonna drop the gears down in here so we can climb some hills. I'm on PS2 now. Let's see how it does up here. They cut down that tree that was down. Yes, someone did, I think. This is just standing up here, getting a little workout in. Nice. Yeah, torque sensor works pretty well. It's pretty responsive. Here we go. Feeling some bounce in here in that shock. It's good. Definitely a noisy bike in here though. That fender. Uh-oh, another tree down. God damn. Let's see here. Man. This should be interesting. Such is e-bike life. The local kids need to get to work back here because I rely on them to keep the trail clear. Uh-oh. We got some fender rubbing here. Front fender is rubbing now too. I just came out of the stay here. Okay. I want to do another jump on here. So let me set the camera up. Nice. Oh yeah. Other than the fenders, this thing is plenty of fun back here. All right, let me take it back to my garage, fix that fender, and we'll get it back out on the street. Okay, so we've done the off-road, we've done the speed test. Now we're going to do a hill test. Overall ergonomics are pretty good. Going down here with no hands. Feel a little bit of shimmy in there. It hasn't made its way to the handlebar yet though. Even going over that bump. Now comes the shimmy a little bit. So there is a little bit of flex in this frame here, but it's not horrible. Ergonomics are pretty good. Not really liking the seat because it kind of moves. It's one of those wide seats that the left and right sides will dip down on you. It just feels weird. My posture is pretty good and a little more aggressive than, you know, you got these flat, straight handlebars back here. So, and PS2, I'm doing 20. So that torque sensor is pretty good. You know, with the torque sensor, PS levels don't really matter that much. You just get small little bursts of power that as you go up in 1 through 5 there. So, all right, now we're on flat ground. Yeah, I'm doing like 14, 3. Got a little more power there. 15. So it didn't really change much. There's 4. Okay, now I'm at 16, 17 almost. There's 17. PS5. Just casually pedaling. It's giving me 16, 17 miles an hour. Here's a quick look at the display. Again, these displays have not changed since Puckipuppy's been around. I'm not a fan of this one. It's hard to read. Your PS level is on the right, your speed is here. The middle one is your battery level. And it doesn't say on here that it's your battery. I wish they would put percentages here. Right now it's showing me as 5 out of 6 on the battery. But there's no indicator there. They should put that and also give a percentage number because I don't know what these mean. I don't know what level I'm in. If you look at it now, it looks like I'm like 80% charged, but I don't really know. So it's a little bit of a, you know, it's older display, if you will, and it's kind of hard to read in my opinion. But by toggling through the, there's nothing really to toggle through actually on the display pad over here. So what you see is what you get here with these Puckipuppies. All right, hill test time. Drop these gears down. And it's 4th gear now. And I'll start pedaling up when it gets steeper up here. Just doing throttle only here. 1350 peak watts of power. Battery level just dropped 1. This bike came almost fully charged, so I didn't bother to charge it out of the box. So here we go. 15 miles an hour, gaining speed here as we come towards the steeper part of the hill up by this white mailbox. So we shouldn't go below 11 in my opinion. It's doing pretty well here. Okay, now it's starting to lose steam. I'm gonna start pedaling here. Yeah, I'm doing moderate effort here, starting to put a little more in. I'm probably giving it 70% leg power, 11.4 miles an hour. There's 10.9, 11.1, there you go. So 11 miles an hour up the hill. That's the minimum speed. Pretty typical for a 750 watt. All right, now we're gonna coast downhill and test the brakes at the end here. Logan hydraulics, so decent addition here to the Labrador. Just got pelted by a bug. All right, 24, 27, 29 miles an hour. Pretty solid. 33 already, wow. 34. I forgot my phone app, so. Nice. 35 miles an hour. Hit those brakes. Come to a nice controlled stop. Grippy. And controlled stop there, very nice. Okay, there's your Labrador Pro ST. Nice bike. It's got some, some minor flaws like the fender issue I had. I don't like the fenders that have these little stays on here because you can adjust the fender length, but these get loose a lot. You need to remember to tighten those. A little bit of rattle up front here. Something's rattling against that fender. The seat is, I'm not a huge fan of these seats because they have too much give on the sides. So that's a negative as well. What else? Didn't see much ghost pedaling on there, so I think the gearing is pretty good. It's not a 14 to 28, it's definitely something like an 11 to 28 or 11 by 32. Shimano Altus derailleur, pretty nice. Fit and finish, pretty good. There's definitely better out there, but on a scale of 1 to 10, this is probably, 7 fit and finish goes. I love the paint job as well. Pretty cool looking on pretty unique on the market. You don't see two-tone paint jobs on e-bikes much at all. Good suspension on the off-road portion there. Was pretty happy with that. And for $15.99, I'd say it's a decent value. It plays in the electric X-Peak territory there. If you want to spend a couple $100 more, you can go to like something that Velotric has or Aventon, but this is a pretty nice addition here in the $1,600 range of 26x4s. Again, a big guy e-bike, a little bit of fit and finish issues with the fender and that kind of stuff, but I did tighten it and took it on the, seems to be working now, but it's a pretty tight fit under here. And maintaining this vertical straightness there is always an issue, but that's a look at your Labrador Pro ST, guys. I'll link in the description and drop a comment there. Let me know what you think about this e-bike. Go or no go. See you next time, guys. I'm out of here.